It's a pleasure to have you here today. It's our 12th edition of the Champions Talk. Over the last couple of years, we have actually invited more than 50 outstanding individuals who have already shared their story. This is such a multicultural event that we have right now. And a year ago, we started with the vision of really championing our communities. And part of our vision this year is how we could champion each other and be part of such a great community.
I'm going to introduce myself as just a guy who started in automotive industry 16 years ago. It was through poor choices, but it became what it is today. When we move to these countries, we start to attract on things that we don't necessarily know. We want to be around the cool kids. We want to be accepted. We want to be well known in between the groups. But we forget the importance of education or going to school or doing the things that you're supposed to do. During high school times, I skipped school a lot, so I got kicked out of school. No school would take me because I was never in class. My dad kind of gave me an ultimatum when I got kicked out. He's like, either you go back to school or you get into a trades industry. My grandfather and my uncle are both mechanics, so I chose to be in the automotive industry as a mechanic at that time. I was 16 years old with a bad decision. My dad got me a job at Checker Cab here in Calgary. I was doing that at a very young age. It was cool to me. I was making more money than any of my friends. I was the cool kid at that time, and it was fun. But later that I realized that all I was doing was wasting my time. I was learning the industry, but I never wanted to pursue it any further than just what I'm making. And at the age of 16, you're making about $1,600 every 2 weeks. You're pretty good. You're happy. You're the cool friend. Every time anybody goes out, you go out with them, you spend the money. When I was 19, I had an incident happen to me, and I got jumped here in Calgary by 10 people with baseball bats. I have scars on the side of my head, all across the side. I got hit more than 15 times in the back of the head with a baseball bat. The only thing I remember was asking those guys when they were hitting me was, why are you hitting me? And nobody gave me an answer. And still till today, I don't know what the answer. And I don't care for it anymore. It was a part of life that made me who I am today. I was in coma, I was in trauma. I was pretty much dead. I had 160 stitches with staples just to hold my stitches together. I had both shoulders dislocated, hand broken from 2 places. My first concern when I was there was, am I paralyzed? At that point, it kind of hit me. All these friends that I thought were friends are the reasons why I'm here. I gave importance to things that were not important. And that's what ends up happening to a lot of us that come from a foreign country, because we see new things, attractive things, and we divert our minds to go towards the attraction, but we forget where we started, or what was the purpose behind why we came here. At that time, I used to work at Ramada Hotel and at Money Mart. When I got out of the hospital, I lost my job because I thought it was a gang involvement. And at that time, the only thing I did know how to do from the age of 16 was automotive. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to do more. And that's when I went back and completed the education, getting the license, being in the industry now for 16 years. And I'm glad I'm in it. Sometimes we don't accept the things that we have. We always look for things that we don't have. At a young age, when you don't choose the path, all you're doing is stumbling from here to there to there. And it was my case for the longest time. I didn't accept being a mechanic. I wanted to be known for something else. I fought against myself for a long time, but when I realized after coming out of my injury, this was the only thing that stood by me. I still have customers that are interested in getting cars fixed, so they just call me and they're like, hey, now can you come over to the house or whatever? And I did that for a while. Automotives, when we started this industry, we were mobile only. And within 6 months, we opened up a shop. I don't want others to make poor choices like I did in life. I hung out with the wrong people, ended up in the hospital. Honestly, I could have been dead. I could have been paralyzed for life, and then what would I have, right? Where would I be at that point? Because, I kind of lived to the point where I almost died. There's nothing that can hold me back now. Anything I want to do, I just have to go for it. I don't want to let anything hold me back. And I would tell every one of you guys, don't let any of your fears or any of your ideas hold you back. If there's an idea in your head, think about it, talk to your friends, see what they think, and if it is something that you want to pursue towards, do it. You're not going to know until you try. I didn't know I was going to be in the automotive industry. I didn't know I was going to have a shop. It was just kind of a dream. I always did it for other people, and they always promised me, hey, you're going to get partnership. But when it came down to it, pretty much your biggest challenge is yourself. If you don't push yourself out there, you're not going to get what you need to get in life. If there's a dream, if there's a goal, if there's anything you want to do in life, find your passion, work towards your passion, and don't let anybody else tell you can't do something.